What's good with y'all niggas, bro? Vaughn, Reincarnation. Now look, this is going to be a long video because I'm trying to get everything into this one video. You feel what I'm saying? Now look, what you have to understand is you are a soul inside a body. Be straight to it. You are a soul inside a body. You are probably 50 million years old. Yes, you are a soul inside a body. The soul never dies. The soul always lives on, right? Just because you want a 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 21-year-old body does not mean you only 21 years old, nigga. You probably like 50 million years old, dog. You like for real. This is where you get intuition from. This is where you get the old soul from and all that. This is why it be motherfuckers like me that's like 17 years old that be smarter than niggas that's like 50. You feel what I'm saying? Because you just naturally got intuition and naturally got knowledge. Okay, so boom. Planets are like a classroom. Right, so for instance, like I told y'all, we can reincarnate on other planets. The only reason why we incarnate or reincarnate on planets is so we can grow as a soul. That is it. Growing as a soul, getting stronger as a soul, so we can vibrate on the God frequency, so we can have knowledge on a God frequency, so we can vibrate on a God frequency. And I'm gonna explain the whole God frequency and all that, right? As the video keeps going, right? Now look, every soul has an origin. Like I'm gonna say this, before I even say that, I'm gonna say this. You pick your parents. When you incarnate on earth, when you reincarnate on earth, you pick your parents. You picked your whole life. So motherfuckers be like, oh, I got a fucked up life. Well, you picked that. You chose for that to happen. You picked all that. So for instance, you might have picked, okay, you might have picked a family that was that got poverty, right? They got poverty problems, that's poor, right? The only reason why you picked that poor family is so you can learn what it feels like to not have money and to not have materialistic things. So you can pretty much know how it feels like to grow up without nothing. That's why your soul picked that, right? Now everybody got a purpose, right? Like my purpose as a chosen one, because this is where you get the whole chosen one and all that shit from. My purpose as a chosen one is to save and bring prosperity back to the world. That is my purpose, right? That is my purpose. And now I'm gonna get on to the chosen ones after I say this. Now the people that keep reincarnating on earth, the only reason why people reincarnate on earth over and over and over again, because they have to pass the test. Because earth is just like a classroom. Earth is like a test, my nigga. Like you can't, for instance, you can't get a 39 on the damn test and expect to pass the class. Like no, my nigga, you gotta keep taking the class over until you pass the test. Earth is the classroom and this is the damn test. You gotta keep taking the test over till you pass that shit, right? So for instance, as a chosen one, and this is for my chosen ones, because I'm about to be on y'all ass. For the chosen ones, this is for y'all. My nigga, we have a purpose on this world. Our purpose is to save the world. If we don't save the world, my nigga, I don't give a fuck how spiritually enlightened you are. I don't care if you don't eat meat. I don't care if your third eye is open. Nigga, if you don't save the world, if we don't save this bitch, we gonna have to come back here. Yes. We will have to come back here. So don't think, oh, okay. Because I be talking to a lot of chosen ones. A lot of chosen ones be like, yo, bro, after my body passes away, I ain't coming back here. Well, don't think that. Because if we don't save this motherfucking world, we're going to have to come back here. Because it's just like a job. Think about it. If you work at motherfucking McDonald's, right? And you leave McDonald's, right? And you left McDonald's, you didn't wash no dishes, you didn't clean your area, you ain't do nothing, right? You just left with everything dirty. Your boss is gonna call you back like, yo, bro, like where you at? You gotta come back, you gotta wash the dishes and all that. So now you gotta go all the way back to McDonald's to wash them dishes and to clean stuff, probably in different clothes, right? So don't think, oh, we can just leave the world fucked up and the world's gonna fix itself on its own. No, motherfucker, we gotta fix the world. Until we save the world, we will have to keep coming back here. Now, we might not come back here as physical entities. We might come back here as spirit gods. We might come back here as the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? This is where the ancestors come from. Because the ancestors and the spirit gods are only here because they have to save the world just like us. But they have transcended the physical realm so much that they just come back as spiritual beings. They don't even come back in physical bodies no more. So your spirit gods are only here to help you save the motherfucking world, right? So as chosen ones, that's our job. It's just like a test. We didn't pass the test of saving the world. So if we don't save the world, nigga, we failed the test. We got to keep coming back until we save the world. You know what I'm saying? So don't think you can just, oh, let the world be fucked up. No, nigga, you got to save the world. And the reason why we got to save the world is because that's fucked up, dog. Like, you got to understand other souls are going to come here. You got to make the world a better place so other souls can reincarnate on this earth and have a good human experience. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a house. It's just like your landlord, my nigga. For instance, if you can't move out your house and leave it fucked up, your landlord gonna call you like, yo, bro, like you gotta come clean this goddamn house up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so other people can move in and they don't have to deal with all this trash and junk, right? So you gotta clean the house up before you try to leave. So you can't just leave Earth with all this trash here. We gotta fix it, right? Okay, now I'm about to give you the classroom example, the whole Earth classroom, the whole Earth classroom, and the whole planet classroom, right? Because I said we reincarnate on different planets and all that. Now, look, for instance, say if you incarnate on a planet like Jupiter. Now, I'm not saying Jupiter got life, but I'm saying, say if you incarnate on a planet like Jupiter, right? Okay, Jupiter got 4 vibrations, right? We're just gonna say that. And on another thing, when it comes to physical entities on Jupiter, like for instance, obviously on Jupiter, when you incarnate on a physical body, in a physical entity, you're not going to incarnate in a human body because a human body cannot survive on Jupiter. It's just like how a Ferrari can't ride up the mountains and shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's not an off-road vehicle. So you have to reincarnate in a physical body that adapts to the life on Jupiter, that adapts to the atmosphere on Jupiter. So life on Jupiter, entities on Jupiter may be like 12 feet, 20 feet tall. You feel what I'm saying? And humans on Earth are like 5 to 7 feet tall. You feel what I'm saying? Now you understand how the physical entities and all that work and how your body. So now that should let you know that your body really doesn't matter. You are just a soul inside your body, because your body can change from any other planet. Just going to different planets, you will be in a different body, right? Okay, get that. Now the whole classroom example, right? Say on Jupiter, because I'm just coming off the dome and I'm also looking at these points too, because I had to write these motherfuckers down so I don't forget nothing. Now look, say on Jupiter, it's like 4 vibrations, right? Vibrations are just feelings. This is where the God vibration and all that should come from, but vibration is just feelings, right? So say there's 4 vibrations, right? Okay, there's happiness, joy, love, and passion, right? There's only 4 vibrations. How as a soul can you really grow? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really grow and get stronger just off of 4 vibrations. You know what I'm saying? But on Earth, nigga, it's love, jealousy, envy, anger, anxiety, motherfucking depression, sadness. Like, you feel what I'm saying? There's like a billion vibrations. So it's like, if you can be on the highest vibration while on Earth, if you can still be happy while on Earth, that's like, nigga, you like pass the class type shit. Like, that's you passing the class, my nigga. Like, for instance, Saturn, it's easy to pass the class. I mean, not Saturn, Jupiter is easy to pass the class. Like, Jupiter is like, Jupiter is like second grade, my nigga. Like, we're talking about classroom, Jupiter is like 2nd grade. And Earth is like 12th grade AP, and the teacher's racist. You feel me? Earth is 12th grade AP and the teacher's racist, and you black. So you know he about to fail you just for being black, right? Okay, so boom. That's the whole classroom example. Now I'm about to give you like the video game example. It's pretty much like XP points. For all my gamers and shit, it's like XP points. For instance, God, because the whole reason why we have to get back on the God vibration is so we can connect back to the Creator, because we are extensions of the Creator. I don't know if I already said that or not, but we are extensions of the Creator. You know what I'm saying? So we have to vibrate on the same level that the Creator is on. You know what I'm saying? That the universe is on, so we can go back to the Creator, go back to the spiritual world, right? That's the whole reason. So for instance, say if the God level or the God vibration is like level 20, right? Okay, so boom. That's like level 20. On Jupiter, if you're like a level 1 soul and you go to Jupiter, when you beat Jupiter, because it's like a game, my nigga. When you beat Jupiter, it's like a level. When you beat Jupiter, you're gonna be like level 2. You feel what I'm saying? That's not really shit, because the God level was like level 20. That's not really shit, level 2. But on Earth, that's like, nigga, if you like a level 1 soul, and Earth is like the boss level. If you like a level 1 soul and you beat Earth, nigga, you like on level 11. Like, if you beat Earth, nigga, you like on level 11. Like, that shit, you shot you up like a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? So now you understand it. So now you're getting closer to the God frequency, right? Now the whole way, because I'm giving y'all the whole blueprint to this shit, how to ascend to heaven the real way, right? Because it's not that easy. This shit is work. This shit takes time. This shit is hard. I ain't gonna lie. Like, the spiritual journey is never easy, right? But that's what makes it fun. Now look, the way to pass the Earth test is to always stay happy and always stay righteous. That's the way you pass it. Like, my nigga, Earth got billions of motherfucking emotions and vibrations. If you can stay on the highest vibration and really be on that God vibration where nothing can affect you, like you really out this bitch walking still, like you really out this bitch hard as stone, but you still righteous, like nothing can affect you, nigga, that's like You on the God frequency, my nigga. Nobody can fuck with you. So once you do that, once you understand that, oh, you passed the motherfucking test. Now, of course, you still got your origins and all that. Like, you gotta save the world. You gotta save the world, or you might have to understand like how to deal with poverty and all that. You still got your background origins. But if it's like, if you can stay righteous and all that, then you automatic like, that's passing the test, nigga. That's passing the test. Now the chakras, right? Because this is coming straight off the dome, and I'm also looking at notes because there's different points like I want to hit. Now the chakras, right? Okay, boom. When people be like, oh, you're living, because I'm about to explain the chakras, and then right after that, I'm about to explain something called Purgatory after the chakras. Now, when people say, oh, okay, you're living in your higher self and you're living in your lower self, they're talking about the chakras. Now, I already explained the chakras. If you didn't see that video, go ahead and watch that. Now, when people be like, oh, you're living in your lower self, you're living in your lowest chakras. Now, a third dimensional person is living in their root chakra, is living in their first chakra. Your root chakra, if a person is living in their root chakra, that means that person is very lustful. That person likes to have sex, likes to party. They're third dimensional. You know what I'm saying? They like to they always be mad, angry. Sometimes they always be depressed and stuff like that. You can tell if a person is living in their first chakra, they have traits like that, right? Now, when you're living in your second chakra, that's still a low chakra. Your sacral chakra, your root, sacral, and solar plexus chakra are your lowest chakras, right? When you're living in your second chakra, right? This person seems to always take everything like a joke. They never take anything serious. Like a person that's living in their second chakra is somebody like the Joker. You know what I'm saying? They think everything a damn game. They chaotic as fuck. Another person, another way you can tell if a person's living in their second chakra, they're bisexual or they're gay, because it deals with your attraction and all that, right? Boom. Now, your third chakra, your solar plexus chakra, deals with your self-discipline. Like, for instance, one of my biggest problems in the beginning of my spiritual journey was my self-discipline. That was my biggest problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was hard for me to astral project and get information and all that, because my diet was messed up. Now, your solar plexus has a little bit to do with your diet because it's right there by your stomach, but it's really just on self-discipline. Like, for instance, I used to meditate, sun gaze, I was on semen retention, all that. Like, nigga, I was good. The only thing that was messed up about me was my diet. My diet was messed up, right? When I fixed my diet, that's when I fixed, like, my whole spiritual junk, right? So y'all that be emailing me talking about, bro, I can't astral project, it's probably because of what you eat. What you eat affects you greatly, right? Okay, so boom. Now with the whole solar plexus cycle and how it deals with self-discipline, think about it. Okay, boom. You know that pizza on the counter is bad for you. You know that pizza on the counter is bad for you, but what do? You still eat that pizza. You know that them cookies on the table are bad for you. You know you're not supposed to be eating that, but what do? You still eat it anyway. You see where the self-discipline come in? You gotta have self-discipline to say, no, I'm not eating that. You know that Big Mac from McDonald's is bad for you, and that Big Mac is made of human meat. You know that fast food contains human meat, but what do? You still eat that fast food. You see where the self-discipline comes in? You gotta have self-discipline to say, nope, I'm not eating that. Nope, not eating that. Now, going on to your heart chakra. Now, your heart chakra is the most important chakra. The reason why it's your most important chakra because it's literally the gateway to your higher self. Like, you have to go, because think about it, there's 3 higher chakras, and then there's 3 lower chakras, and then your heart chakra is right in the middle. Your heart chakra is literally your gateway to your higher self. If your heart chakra is not open, you can't live in your higher self. It's impossible. So motherfuckers, they be like, oh yeah, I'm living in my higher self, and their heart chakra be closed. It's impossible. It's impossible for them to be in their higher self because their heart chakra is closed. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know how to open it, I told y'all that in my other video. You got to show love. You got to be righteous. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, right? It's a gateway to your higher self. So now that's when you moving into the higher chakras. Now your 5th chakra, your throat chakra, right? This is when you feel like you got the need to preach. My 5th chakra is open like a motherfucker. I feel like I need to preach. I feel like I got to change the word. I feel like I got to wake people up with this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know if you're living in your 5th chakra. Now your 3rd eye chakra deals with intelligence. Now a person that's very intelligent is living in their 3rd eye chakra. Now just because you're intelligent doesn't mean, oh, you're living in your higher self, because you can still be a messed up person but be intelligent. This is where you get the evil genius from. This is where you get the wicked people from that's very smart, right? So if you're a very intelligent person, you think with your 3rd eye, you think with your intelligence over your feelings, because a person that's living in their lowest chakra, they're living in their root chakra, they think off of impulse. They don't think before they do things. They just act off of impulse. Now, a person that lives in their 3rd eye chakra, they act off of intelligence. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have an impulse like that. Now, your crown chakra, your seventh chakra. Your crown chakra deals with your connectedness to the universe, with your connectedness to the creator. Now you have to go through, this is the spiritual journey. This is the real spiritual journey. Going through all these chakras one by one, right? This is the real spiritual journey. So when you get to the top, chakra, and when you start living in the crown chakra, that's when you're ready to ascend. Right? That's when you're ready to ascend and go back to the creator. When you're living in the crown chakra, that's when you're vibrating at the highest frequency. You're vibrating at the God frequency. Because when you're living in the crown chakra, you're literally connected straight to the creator. Like, you're literally connected straight to the creator, my nigga. So if you're living in that chakra, you're connected straight to the creator at all times. So if you're connected straight to the creator at all times, nigga, you're on that God frequency, right? You're vibrating at that God frequency. This is how you can get the ability to finally ascend, right? Now, I'm about to go ahead and tell you this purgatory, right? Now, I'm about to tell you this. It's not just like reincarnation, not just, okay, you die and then you go to the spiritual world. No, motherfucker. No. It's a point in between the time when you die and the time when you go back to the spiritual world, right? It's a point. That point is called, that time period is called the purgatory. Like I said, this is a long video. And after this, I'm gonna talk about zodiac signs, right? Now, purgatory, right? This is pretty much a period. That's what they call it. This is a period where your soul exists. And you could say your soul exists on the fourth dimension or the astral plane, right? So just the third dimension is us, what we are right now, the physical realm. The fourth dimension is the astral plane, right? And the fifth dimension is the spiritual world, right? Okay, now look, the fourth dimension is where when you eject from the body, because I'm not going to say death, but when your body passes away and you eject from the body, you leave your body goes back to the earth, and you go back to the solar system, because you get your soul from the solar system. Solar system. That's why they call it a soul in the first place. When your body goes back to the earth and you go back to the solar system, right? It's a period where you exist at, right? This is called purgatory. Now, in this purgatory, you are in your true light form. You are a true light being. You are in your true form. Now you gotta understand, right? Your body, and I'm gonna say this, your body only allows you to, because what I'm about to say is very important. Your body only allows you to exist. Only allows you to feel certain amounts of vibrations. Like, for instance, it's only so much feelings that you can actually feel in this body. But when you're in your true light form, you can feel every vibration times 100. So I'm gonna say this, right? If you was a fucked up person on earth and you was like, if you died and you was mad as fuck when you died, and you was, how I say this, depressed when you died, when you become in your true light form and you go into that purgatory state, you're gonna feel depression times 100. Because you gotta understand this. Purgatory is like, okay, that's like your second chance type shit, right? So you get the first chance in the physical realm, right? If you don't pass the physical realm test, okay, you get a chance on the purgatory realm. You get a chance on the fourth dimension realm, right? So pretty much whatever you was feeling on earth, whatever vibration you was vibrating on, whatever feeling you was vibrating on the most on earth, that's what you gonna feel when you enter that purgatory state, right? So if you was just vibrating on the love frequency, right, the fourth chakra, then you're gonna feel that mostly, right? So you're gonna only attract good things. So it's gonna be easy. You're gonna feel love times 100. But if you was vibrating on your root chakra, the lowest chakra, then nigga, you finna feel like you gonna feel like hell. That's what hell is. When people say you gonna go to hell, that's what they mean, nigga. So if you a fucked up nigga, yeah, nigga, you gonna feel like hell. You're gonna have to overcome that in that purgatory state, right? So if you don't even overcome that, and it's gonna be a lot harder because it's times 100. Like, for instance, earth is like, okay, physical realm is like, okay, that's the boss level. The purgatory state, that's like the last level. Like, if you don't beat this level, okay, nigga, you getting reincarnated. Like, you gonna have to come back over here. You gonna get reincarnated. You gonna have to do the game all over again, my nigga. Type shit, right? All right, so look, the chakras are like a spiritual journey, like I said. So for instance, if you're living in your fourth chakra, but you haven't achieved living in your sixth chakra and your third eye chakra, you're still gonna have to reincarnate maybe on a different planet or maybe on the same planet so you can understand how to live in your third chakra. You feel what I'm saying? So just because you're living in your heart chakra and you're a righteous person doesn't mean, oh, you're not getting reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a spiritual journey. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta beat that spiritual path. You gotta go all the way up until you get to the crown chakra. So you have to vibrate on that God frequency. So for instance, when you get to your heart chakra, you're like on level 10. You feel what I'm saying? The God frequency, the God vibration is like level 20, if that makes sense. So that's where you get the spirit guides and all that from. Because spirit guides, right? Most of the spirit guides and most of your ancestors make it to the third eye chakra, but they don't make it to the crown chakra. So they have to come back here, but they don't come back here in physical bodies. You feel what I'm saying? Like they're that is spiritually enlightened that they don't even need a physical body no more. They just help us with our spiritual journey so we can climb the chakras and shit like that, right? So once you get to the sixth eye chakra, that's pretty much you don't have to come back in a physical body no more. You're pretty much good, but you do have to come back like as a spirit guide or something until you connect to that to your crown chakra, so you connect to the universe, so you can go back to the universe, where you came from. That's why they say the spiritual journey is a hard journey, because nigga, it's not that easy to get to heaven. It's not that easy. This shit actually takes time, right? Okay, now, because I'm not done. I'm about to get into zodiac signs and all that. Now, why we have to save the earth? Dog, what you have to understand is, bro, you will have to come back if we don't save the earth. Like, you got to understand, my nigga. Just because, like, a lot of people like to look at the earth, the world's problems like, oh, I'm not worried about the world's problems because they don't affect me at all. Well, it is actually going to affect you, because if you don't change the world right now, you don't save the world, then when we come back to this motherfucker, which we will, when we come back to this motherfucker, we're going to have to deal with these same problems. Look, I'm about to give you an example of how our world... I'm about to give you an example of how the world's problems would still be here. Like, for instance, 1,000 years ago, our ancestors wanted to be cool with these Caucasian motherfuckers that crawled out the Caucasus Mountains 1,000 years ago. And we can see, as of today, 1,000 years later, these Caucasian motherfuckers are still a problem. These Caucasian motherfuckers are cutting down the trees, polluting the damn air. These Caucasian motherfuckers have enslaved us and still are enslaving us. They are still fucking up the world. Our ancestors thought just like us back then, oh, we're not going to have to deal with this when we come back. And look at us now. Some of us are the motherfucking ancestors. Like I said, we are millions of years old. Nigga, you was probably a motherfucking slave and don't even realize it. Don't even realize it, right? So I set out to say this. This Caucasian motherfucker, after we lit him with open arms, has still ran the world and still fucking it up. If we don't get this nigga up out of here sooner or later, bro, the world is still gonna be fucked up, and we're gonna have to come back in this bitch. I'm talking to the chosen ones. The world is still going to be fucked up, and we're gonna have to come back in this bitch over and over again to save this motherfucker. And dog, that's why I'm trying to save this motherfucker. I'm trying to save the goddamn world right now. I don't want to come back in this bitch. I'm good. I'm ready to goddamn ascend. You feel what I'm saying? I'm ready to motherfucking ascend. And the Caucasian motherfucker knows all of this that I'm telling you. This is why he feeds you GMO food and all this, because he wants you to be on the same playing field as him, on the same vibration as him. Because the Caucasian motherfucker can't ascend. He cannot get on the God frequency. And for all the white people that be like, well, bro, I feel like I have a soul, and because I already made a video on that, saying they're genetically modified and all that. All the white people be like, bro, I have a soul and all that. I'm not talking about you. It's not every white person, because some white people got African DNA in them, which you have to understand. Some white people have African traits in them and African DNA in them, right? So this is not for every white person. But let's be honest. Out of 100 white people, I'm going to just say this. Out of 100 white people, 10 of them motherfuckers got souls. Only 10. The rest of them 90 motherfuckers don't got souls. Don't got souls, right? And the Caucasian realizes this. The Caucasian already knows this. This is why he tried to get us on the same motherfucking playing field with him. This is why he feeds us this bullshit food. This is why he pollutes the motherfucking air. This is why he enslaved us in the first motherfucking place and manipulated our goddamn mindset, right? And in the Bible, right, you have to understand the Bible is totally allegorical. You know when the Bible says, oh, okay, Satan wants everybody to go to hell with him. This is allegorical, and this is symbolic to the white man pretty much want everybody to stay on the third dimension with him. That's why he makes everybody reincarnate back on earth if we don't get on our shit. Yeah, this is what this is symbolic to, right? Because if we're being honest, we already know that the devil, Satan, Lucifer, that's a fictitious character just like Jesus. The motherfucker don't exist. But if anybody on this earth had to be a devil or had to be Satan, I think it would be white people if you look at their motherfucking history. And that's not to be racist. I'm not talking about the good white people. I'm talking about Billy Bob, Redneck Johnson and them. That's who the fuck I'm talking about. The motherfuckers with no souls, right? Let me say this. Most white people don't got a soul. Like I said, out of 100 white people, only 10 of them motherfuckers got souls, right? So I ain't talking about y'all good white people. I'm talking about them racist motherfuckers. I'm talking about them. I missed this point. By the way, Caucasians only exist on Earth. Like Earth, like I told you, we reincarnate on different planets. Caucasians only exist on Earth. Like if you go to a different planet, you're not gonna see no white skinned motherfucker. Like I'm dead ass. Like There's melanated beings on Earth. There's you and me on different planets, right? There's melanated beings on different planets, but Earth is the only planet that has the organism Caucasian on. Hey, I forgot to say this. Now look, when we came from the spiritual world, right? When you came from the spiritual world, you incarnated inside a body, right? The first time. You came from the spiritual world as a pure light being. Listen to what I'm saying. You came to the spiritual world. I came from the spiritual world as a pure light being. Now this Caucasian motherfucker knows that. He knows that shit, right? So that's why he feeds you these GMO foods and he feeds you this meat and all that. Because that pretty much affects your spiritual body. It doesn't make you pure anymore. So that's why if you keep eating meat and you keep eating these GMO foods, you're not going to be able to go back to the spiritual world because you're not going to be a pure light being anymore. And then you got to understand, like I told you, in that purgatory state, right? You carry energy with you. You feel all the vibrations that you had when you left Earth. So like I said, meat carries dead energy. So when you go to that purgatory state, when you go to the fourth dimension, where you're in your true light form, where you about to pass the second test, nigga, you pretty much about to feel dead energy. Like it's gonna feel like you dying all over again, nigga. You about to feel all that dead energy. So motherfuckers that be like, well, dog, I really can't cut out me eating meat. Well, you gonna wish you cut out meat when you motherfucking leave this planet. And when you enter your true form, you gonna wish you cut out meat. Like you can't, like I'm sorry, you cannot like go back to the fifth dimension, go back to the spiritual world and still eat meat. Like it don't work like that. Like that's like you getting a fucking 40 on a test and expecting to pass the class. Like nigga, you can't pass the class with getting a 40 on it. You know what I'm saying? That's why this Caucasian motherfucker that runs the world feeds you all this bullshit ass food. He feeds you all this bad food because he know it messes with your body biochemically. And he knows it actually doesn't make you a pure light being anymore because it carries energy, dead energy, demonic energy, all that. That's why it's important to watch what you eat. That's why I made that that's why I made that video, all food is bad. And he also feeds you these low dimensional foods, these GMO foods, because he knows it closes your third eye. Because like I said, you have to open your third eye video. You have to open your third eye, and it has to be open. It's not supposed to be closed. It has to be open because your third eye releases a substance called DMT. Now, every night when you go to sleep, your third eye releases that little bit of substance, a little bit of DMT every night you go to sleep. That's why your dreams be looking so vivid and jump be looking weird. That's why it don't feel like real life, if you know what I mean. It be looking weird. So when you die, when your soul pretty much ejects from the body, or when your body passes away or whatever, that DMT releases throughout your whole body, right? And that DMT creates the spiritual experience, right? That allows you to have a spiritual experience and all that, right? That allows you to go to the ascend to the fifth dimension, or whatever you want to call it. That allows you to even go to the purgatory state or whatever. Now, this is where why you have to have it open. Nigga, if the shit is closed, right, and you pass away, how are you going to have that spiritual experience? You know what I'm saying? A lot of DMT could have, if it's, let's say it's calcified. If it's calcified, there's no way that all the DMT in your third eye is going to be able to get throughout your body. So it's going to be like a half-ass spiritual experience. Like you're not even going to get the full effect. You're not even going to get the full effect. And then when you do hit the purgatory state, it's going to be 100 times harder because it's like, nigga, you're feeling dead energy from meat. You're feeling bullshit energy from all the GMO foods. You're going to literally feel like you're dying in that purgatory state. But yeah, bro, we have to get rid of this Caucasian motherfucker. And when I say this Caucasian motherfucker, I'm not talking about the good white people. I'm talking about the majority that's racist, the Billy Bob and them. That's who I'm talking about, the Redneck Johnsons and all of them. I'm talking about them. I'm not talking about Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner. I'm not talking about the good white people. Because there's a few white boys that I would break bread with before I even break bread with my own damn kind, right? So I'm not, just because you black don't mean, oh, you gonna get a pass with me, nigga. Nah, because I know a few white people that are actually righteous, right? So we're talking about the bad white people. We have to get rid of these motherfuckers. Like, for instance, like I told y'all, they show y'all the truth in movies. They show y'all the truth in movies and the fake in real life. The Batman movie was totally symbolic. I don't care what nobody says. Batman movie to me was totally symbolic to what's going on in the world. Batman, the Dark Knight, in a black suit, had to go fight Joker. A white face had to go fight Joker because this motherfucker was so chaotic and this motherfucker wanted to fuck up Gotham. But Batman said, fuck that. Batman said, fuck that. See, black people today, we don't realize that we have to save the world. We don't realize that shit. And we letting this Joker motherfucker, this Caucasian motherfucker run around, pillage nations, stealing slave motherfuckers till this day. Yes, slavery is still going on to this day. We letting this motherfucker do all that shit and we ain't doing a damn thing. Because we don't think that we Batman. This Caucasian motherfucker got us thinking that Batman is gonna come out the sky and motherfucking save us, aka Jesus is gonna come out the sky and save us, when nigga we is Batman. The fuck? Come on, dog. Let's get into the whole zodiac signs, right? Now motherfuckers be like, oh dog, I don't believe in zodiac signs. Well, you really should, because it's a reason, bro. Ain't no such thing as coincidence. It's a reason why your zodiac sign damn near matches up with you. Now, for y'all that don't know, I'm a Libra, right? Now, your zodiac sign is pretty much the path you took down. It goes into when you reincarnate, right? So I'm about to explain to y'all like this. Pretty much, when your soul reincarnates, it has to go down pretty much 12 paths, right? So, for instance, there's 12 zodiac signs, so there's 12 roads, right? Say there's 12 roads to Earth. During this point in time of the year, these certain roads open up. So, for instance, during September 23rd to October 20th, the Libra road opens up. So any soul that reincarnates during that point in time of the year on Earth has to go down the Libra road. So when you go down this Libra road, you pick up Libra traits. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the Virgos and the Aries and the Scorpios. You pick up these traits from these different zodiac paths, right? Because zodiac sign is a zodiac path. So if you're a Scorpio right now, or you're a Virgo, the only reason why you're a Virgo or Scorpio is because you went down that certain path. You feel what I'm saying? You went down the Virgo path, but you went down the Scorpion path. So that's why when motherfuckers be like, damn, why does my zodiac sign match up with damn near everything about me? Because that's the traits you literally picked up from the universe, from the solar system. So motherfuckers be like, oh, your zodiac sign ain't got nothing to do with it. It really actually does. Actually, the whole Bible is based off motherfucking astrology, because that's all zodiac signs is, astrology. Like, for instance, they said Jesus had 12 disciples. How many zodiac signs is there? 12, right? The whole Bible is based off astrology, but I'm not talking about the Bible in this, right? And another thing, right? Even our ancestors knew this. This is why, like, our ancestors used to mate and have sex with each other during certain points of the year, because they would want to conjure up a soul to pretty much save the planet or whatever, right? Because, so for instance, I'm gonna say it like this. Imagine if, okay, the person in power right now that's fucking up the world is an intelligent person. Everybody would want to have Virgo babies, because Virgos are very intelligent or whatever. Now, say if the person that's running the world is like a tyrant, because the people that's gonna change the world are the babies. What you have to understand, the elders, they already did their purpose. They can't change it. They can only change it so much. The person that's gonna change the world is the babies. You feel what I'm saying? We the babies. You know what I'm saying? If you below the age of 30, nigga, we gonna have to change the world. Them is babies. We gonna have to change the world, you know what I'm saying? So look, if the tyrant that was running the world was like an aggressive person, then most of the people would have Aries baby, because Aries are very aggressive people, right? So this is also what the Caucasian knows, right? So for instance, if you come out at the womb as a warrior, right? You're supposed to save the world. The Caucasian knows this. He knows you are the next Messiah. So what does he do? He got gangbanging waiting for you. He got homosexuality waiting for you. He got all these vaccines that hold your warrior spiritual abilities waiting for you. So now you in the motherfucking streets being a damn gangbanger and expressing your warrior spirit, when nigga, you really supposed to be saving the motherfucking world right now, right? Because most chosen ones are probably in the motherfucking streets as of today. And they killing their own niggas when they need to be killing the nigga in the office right now. You feel me? But yeah, this video was like all over the place. I try to give y'all this in the most basic way. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna watch this back and be like, dog, I could have explained this way better. Because dog, I had to remake this video like 10 times because I wanted to like hit every single point. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's Vaughn. I'm out. And if you got any questions on this, email me. I got you.